Hey there, it is Sunday, and on Sundays, many people do preparation for the week, meal prep, and thinking about the week ahead and getting kind of things set up for success. So I was thinking through ingredients that I needed, what I needed for the week, if we needed to stock anything up, and had also been answering questions for those in my fitness groups about ingredients and different ingredients to substitute in for healthier cooking. I am not a chef. I don't love to cook, and I do keep things really basic, but I wanted to share some of my ideas on what I use instead of old ingredients, other ingredients that I used to use and not even really think about, and things that I would recommend having in your pantry, having in your refrigerator so that you're ready when you need them. I don't prep ahead and make all my food for the week, but I do like to think ahead to the meals that we're going to be having, and especially to make sure I have things in my kitchen stocked for when I will need them. So I'm going to go kind of quickly through this, and then I'll make a list of all of these things so that you know what to get and how you can use them in your kitchen. So if this is helpful to you, please share it. Feel free to share it with friends, on your Facebook, or also comment below any questions that you have. I will check back and answer and reply to any of those questions, even if it's after the fact. So over the next week, I can check back on it and get back to you. So first, I'll start off with one of my favorites, peanut butter. I don't know how, it's been years now that I've been using natural peanut butter. This is our natural Kroger peanut butter, and it's really made with peanuts and salt. You may find some that are just roasted peanuts or regular peanuts. I use the Kroger brand most of the time. It just does not have any of those other sweeteners and fillers in it, but make sure you check for the natural type of peanut butter to use instead of Jif. I used to be a Jif girl. Now when I eat it, I can't even stand it. Another one is coconut oil. Coconut oil can be used for cooking. It can be used for making Shakeology bark, which I mix it with Shakeology coconut oil and vanilla, and it makes an amazing frozen chocolate. You can grab a piece and have that sweet tooth really satisfied. So coconut oil I use a lot in stir fries, in cooking other things. It can be added even later, like after, to stir fry veggies or something, or you can actually use it to cook instead of olive oil, or definitely instead of like just vegetable shortening or vegetable oil. So coconut oil is a great one to have. Another one that I've mentioned before, and lots of people have questions, it is an awesome substitute for soy sauce. It's Bragg's Liquid Aminos. And it's all-purpose seasoning. It's from soy protein, but it has much less sodium than regular soy sauce. It's such a much better flavor. I love this brand of anything. Bragg's has amazing salad dressings. They also make an apple cider vinegar that can be used in other dressings or other recipes. So Bragg's is an amazing brand to really look at. It's non-GMO, it's gluten-free, it contains no preservatives, it's kosher. It's a really, really good brand and something that I trust a whole lot. So Bragg's amazing to use on stir fries, on seasoning meat, on rice. It's sweet potatoes, I put it on. It's amazing. Then let's see, syrup. I know I talk about health foods and healthy things. I do use real maple syrup. So I always get, constantly, the Kirkland brand from Costco. And it is organic, it's 100% pure, and it has a lot better for you and a lot less processed and all of that than the other store-bought maple syrups like Mrs. Butterworth or whatever. I don't use any of that stuff. It is expensive, but you don't need a lot of it. We just use it very frequently on oatmeal, on pancakes for the kids, on yogurt. So I get that all the time, and definitely keep that. I put it on yogurt, speaking of which I use this brand, or I love, if you want something a little bit cheaper, I use the Costco brand, and it's plain Greek yogurt. So not any other sweeteners, not any other that fruit at the bottom. All of that stuff has so much sugar and junk in it, it's not going to provide the health benefits to you, and it just adds a lot of other junk into it. If you do not use dairy, then no problem. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but if I do, this is the type of yogurt that I use. And I have replaced really anything that calls for sour cream or mayonnaise. I will use plain Greek yogurt instead. So you can make dips with it for veggies. I use it on top of my sweet potatoes. I use it on Taco Tuesday. I put on my veggies and my meat when I make like the taco salad or a taco in a tortilla or whatever as well. So definitely plain Greek yogurt. Keep it around, use it often. And so I'll use that with either the maple syrup with fruit on it for breakfast a lot of the time with my oats, or honey. And I top it sometimes with honey as well, but that's what gives it the sweetness. I don't add other, I don't like the other sweetened yogurts. Okay, this honey's really sticky and gross. Honey, use raw honey if possible. This is local raw honey that I got, and it's good to use local honey if you have allergies or your kids have allergies, because it is supposed to help at least with dealing with some of that pollen in the air and them not reacting as much to it. So we do use it quite a bit. I don't know exactly if it helps with their allergy stuff. My kids are pretty manageable with that, but it still is tough sometimes. So, but I love the taste of it, and it's much better for you than some of the other more sweetened, processed, that kind of honey. So use local raw if possible. But we use that instead of other sugar. I hardly ever use sugar. Sometimes it's like there's no sugar even in my house. In some things, yes, but just plain, white sugar, I don't use it that often at all. Okay, now really sticky hands here. Almost finished, that's good. As far as salt, Himalayan pink salt, I would definitely encourage using this. This is a smaller one, it's with the twist. I need to go to the other store where I get it, where I get a much larger jar of it for less, and it's just the grains already. But this one's like a twist top where you grain it, or where you grind it up. And it has a lot of the minerals in it that are stripped from regular table salt. So Himalayan pink salt is really a great one to use and substitute. I use it for everything that I would use regular salt for. Topping foods, cooking with it, if you're cooking rice or pasta or something like that. So sea salt, Himalayan pink sea salt is the best with that. Let's see, what else? The only other one I didn't mention is pure sesame oil. So I'll use just a dab of that. It is still oil. It still has fat, obviously, but instead of some other oils or things, and it's great for seasoning on stir fry. So I'll just use a little bit of coconut oil, a little bit of sesame oil, and the Bragg's. Amazing. I think that's oh, how could I forget? Sriracha. Sriracha, I would not say it's like a healthy food or anything like that. It just has very little really in it. Yes, there is some sodium in it. There's 1 gram of sugar in it, and 5 calories in a teaspoon. You use a very little bit of Sriracha, so I use this on almost everything. Eggs, stir fry, meats. I mix it together with my Greek yogurt to dip like sweet potato fries into, put it on my turkey burger, on hamburgers, so many things. So Sriracha is great for a little kick. It's definitely spicy. You only need a little bit, and but it definitely adds to your flavor for sure. So those are the ingredients I have to share with you today. I'm going to write them down so you know how to spell them, so you can look for them and find them in your area. Many of them you can probably get at your local grocery store. I go to Kroger, which is in the Toledo, Ohio area. It's also other places as well. If not, if you don't have that, look in your local grocery store first. There's so many of these ingredients there. You don't have to go to like specialty stores for a lot of this stuff anymore. You used to. So hopefully this is helpful, and please ask any questions that you have. Share this if it's helpful, and let me know what else you'd like to know about as far as easy, clean eating tips. Talk to you later.